is your girl Jade Ashley, and I want to welcome you back to yet another video of When a Beat Drops. And like always, I'm here to give you my 5 hottest beats and music of this week, so you have to stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so let's dive into this week's beats, and I'm so excited about this first beat. Now, obviously last week I didn't have a video, and I had notes, but the video just never happened, like just the timing and how my weekend was going. It wasn't happening. But this first beat is something that I was so excited about. I was like, even though it's like a week old, it's still technically not a week old. So I was like, I definitely gotta bring it for this week. So my first beat of this week, I want to talk about The Wiz Live. Now I am so excited for this. I feel like it is a rite of passage to have been introduced to The Wiz. There's the Wizard of Oz, but us black people, we gotta have our own. So the legendary movie The Wiz with Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, Lena Horne, I love that movie. Like I said, it's a classic. So they will be doing The Wiz Live on NBC, and it will be coming on December 3rd. And this cast is just so amazing. And I think it was like last week, People Magazine got the exclusive look of the cast in their costumes. So let me just read off who's on the cast as far as like the costumes, in which you'll see. Obviously I'm going to insert pictures. So the first person I'm going to talk about who will be playing Dorothy is Shanice Williams. Now I never heard of her. I don't know of her. I probably should have looked her up, but compared to like everybody else in the cast, like I guess she's like a newbie. So for her to actually get the role of Dorothy, that says a lot about her talent. So I don't know how she sounds singing, like her acting skills, but she has to be amazing. So I'm excited to be introduced. Like I like new artists, like new singers and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see how Shanice Williams actually does as playing Dorothy. So the next person is the Cowardly Lion. We all know, just big rah, and they thought he was, fearless, and he turned out to be a punk. So the Cowardly Lion will be played by the great, legendary David Alan Grier. And that's just like, that was like the first big name that I had saw when I was like reading the cast and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. David Alan Grier, for me, this is before my time, but we live in an era where there's a lot of reruns. So he was definitely like on The Living Color. He was in multiple movies. What was that movie with Kerry Washington? Peoples. Like, y'all know David Alan Grier. So he will be playing the Cowardly Lion. The next person, who's somebody in my musical family, you guys know I have my my aunts, my uncles and stuff like that, and this person here is actually an uncle from my musical family, and that person is Neo, because he will be playing the Tin Man. And y'all know how Neo is. You know how he sings. You see the smile on my face. I'm excited about this. I seriously am. So Neo will be playing the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow will be played by Elijah Kelly. When I saw that he was playing the Scarecrow, I said there is no one perfect to play this role. And Elijah Kelly, if you guys do not know, he played Seaweed in Hairspray, and I absolutely love Hairspray. So he did an amazing job as Seaweed, so I feel like he would do an amazing job as the Scarecrow. Now we all know the Scarecrow was originally played by Michael Jackson. So not only did he have to bring the vocals, but he definitely had to bring the dance moves as well. And Elijah Kelly, I feel like he will definitely hit the nail on the head with that. So just those main characters right there, I was excited about. But then I read the rest of the cast, and I was like, oh nah, they went all out for this one. So other people that are supposed to be a part of the cast include Mary J. Blige. Mary. We have Common, Queen Latifah. I heard Amber Riley was supposed to be a part of it. And I hope I'm saying her name right. Yuzo Aduba, which is Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black. So I'm extremely excited for this. So for a fact, you guys know that I will be reminding you about The Wiz Live. Like I said, it comes on NBC on December 3rd. It's only one night, so I'm actually DVRing it, because like I'm not here for that one night type of thing. I want to watch it over and over and over again, because I told you this is a classic. So yes, Wiz Live, December 3rd, NBC. I will remind you guys when the time gets closer. We have we have over a month, like a month and maybe a month and a week or something like that. So I'm excited about it. So yes, that is my first beat of this week. So moving on to my second beat of this week, this was definitely hot news of this week, and I'm actually referring to Wale's Breakfast Club interview. And when I first saw the, cause a lot of the times, I'll be honest, I don't really, if I'm getting ready to the radio and the interview is on, it's on. But for the most part, I like to wait until, you know, the show is over and then I head over to the website to catch the interview, because then that's when you get the full interview. So when I saw the interview online and I saw that this interview was 1 hour, and you know, like, I think like the most you could probably get on Breakfast Club is like a good 45 minutes. I think the only other person who had like the longest interview on there was Jay-Z or something like that. So when I saw that Wale had an hour interview on the Breakfast Club, I said, you know for a fact that this interview is about to be lit. You know that he about to say something. I don't know what he about to say before I press play, but I know it's good. And Wale, he's one of those rappers where he don't hold his tongue, and he'll answer your question and add more on top of to what you asked him, or he'll ask you a question. Like, he just always has like memorable, like, you know, interviews for the Breakfast Club. So I was like, I'm excited for this one. You know, I sat there, I did my little morning routine, I got my little breakfast going, and I was sitting there watching the interview. So his interview caused, like, I don't want to say like a lot of controversy, but it did cause a problem. But I do want to talk about, you know, other things he talked about in the interview other than, you know, the little it caused throughout the week. So I'm just going to talk about, I guess in order, as far as like kind of the stuff that stuck out for me. So one of the first things that he kind of like talked about and like elaborated on was the whole Raven-Symoné situation. Now we all know that Raven-Symoné, she's gotten in a lot of trouble for a minute now, not just recently, for a minute. You know, she says some things that kind of rubs people the wrong way. So one of the latest things that she said that kind of rubs people the wrong way was when they were talking about ghetto names, and she said that she would not hire anybody with the name Melanisha, something like that. Y'all know the story, everyone talked about it. So when they asked Wale about how he felt about the situation, he was like completely upset. He was like that Raven got some damn nerve talking about that she wouldn't hire nobody with a name when her name is Raven-Symoné and she got the accent over the E and stuff like that. And he felt some type of way about it because he, like, personally, he has been like discriminated against. He's been made fun of his name, because we know that Wale, he comes from like a African type of background. So he was like, for her to sit there and, you know, basically sit here and say that she wouldn't hire a person or a black person who doesn't have like a traditional name was like some shit. It's like, how does she always like bash her own people? He was like, she's just, you know, just saying all the stupid shit to make the white people happy, basically. So he kind of, you know, went in about that situation. So then another thing he talked about, or the main thing that kind of like had everybody like was, you know, just about every rapper or anybody within like the rap industry and, you know, radio interviews, whether it's like Hot 97 or definitely I Want a 5.1, they asked the opinion of, so what did you think about the whole Drake and, you know, Meek thing? Because that was definitely something that was big within hip-hop culture this past summer. So, and it was only right that they asked that question for Wale, because Wale and Meek are, you know, label mates, and also, you know, they kind of got into this whole little thing before because Meek felt like, you know, Wale was unsupportive of him, and, you know, Wale was not feeding into it. Eventually they kind of squashed that whole situation, yada yada yada. So they asked him, so what do you think about like this whole Meek and Drake situation? And Wale, he was honest. Like, I commend him for being honest, because it would have been one thing if he would have been, you know, biased about the whole situation and talked about, you know, Meek, we on the same label, so no matter what, he was right. He basically said, look, I have no problem with Meek, you know, we're on the same label, that's my brother, and I have no problem with Drake, that's my friend, because it was some type of, you know, social media acted some type of way, because after, you know, the whole Meek and Drake situation had started, you know, Wale had posted a picture of him and Drake and stuff like that. He was like, you know, I'm cool with both of them, but he said, if I'm gonna be honest about the situation, he was like, Meek bought a pencil to a gunfight. And I was like, oh. But in all reality, we all know that's the truth of the situation. We all know what happened as far as, you know, Drake coming back with 2 diss tracks, Meek coming with 1, Drake killing him with punchlines and stuff like that. And he kind of like reiterated throughout the whole interview, like, you know, Drake is a likable guy. He's one of the most popular rappers that's out right now. He always talked about, or he reiterated over and over and over again, he has a deal with Apple. And we all know how big Apple is with the whole MacBooks, the whole iPhones and stuff. Is, you know, Apple Watches, iPads, like anything. So because he has like a contract with like Apple Music, you know, that's like pretty big. So he's like, no matter what, like him nitpicking and going for Drake, he was like, he should have known that it wasn't going to end pretty because that's Drake. Like, and it is what it is. So that kind of, you know, sparked like this whole, you know, Meek kind of like responded to the whole situation and basically, you know, saying, you know what, I'm about to come for Wale. So this is what Meek said in response to Wale's whole, you know, he brought a pencil to a gunfight type of thing. So basically Meek took this Instagram, he posted like a clip from the interview, and he said, niggas be doing all this drop a new record gossiping about they whole ass feelings and their personal life because they miserable and nobody don't rock with them. Really stay away from me, fam. You not MMG no more. This is why you can't get my number, you hoe. And you dead cracked right now, Wale. Fuck out of here. I wasn't even mad at you, fam. You got some real issues with yourself and you jealous. Broke rapper. This my last time I think addressing shit on the internet. But if I don't talk about it, one of my dudes gonna get hurt speaking my name like it's sweet. Y'all niggas gonna stop mentioning my name like it ain't no consequences. I'm off this internet. Don't speak on MMG in interviews unless it's good. You a clown. We don't want to hear you no more, fam. Go jump off a roof like you've been trying to do, chump. So basically, Meek went back to the internet and he talked his shit on the internet. Long story short. So he was like, you not MMG no more and all of this other stuff. And they had asked, you know, Wale, so how do you feel about like the whole MMG? Do you guys feel like, you know, do you feel like, you know, you guys are like a solid fan? And he was like, you know, it's not really how it used to be, but you know, we still a fan and stuff like that. So everybody was like, here go Meek again, bitching and crying on the internet and using his fingers, you know, trigger finger turning Twitter fingers, but this time he was on Instagram. But yeah, so Wale really did not seem to be bothered. He's like, this is what Meek do. Like his reaction was kind of like, this is what he does. Like, you know, it's whatever. So that was that whole situation with the whole Meek and the whole, you know, Wale thing. And then he also talked about how, you know, the whole not feeling type of successful thing. He talked about how he's not really happy, how he feel like, you know, he hasn't reached that level of success. And they said, so if you weren't to like, you know, ever reach that level that you feel is like success, like what would you do? And he said, yo, I'll probably kill myself, probably jump off the roof or something like that. And that's kind of like what Meek was referencing to and stuff like that. So I understand Wale, not the whole jumping off the roof, but I understand is, you know, people could view you one way and say, yo, you doing your thing, you good, you successful, you know, I'm proud of you, blah, yada, yada. But what they see as success for you is not what you see as success for yourself. Like, it's levels, and you know, you're at this level and you're not where you feel like you want to be, where you should be, and stuff like that. So I understood him. So he was like very honest, and you know, he gets into his rants as well and stuff about like hip-hop and like, you know, real artists and stuff like that. They kind of talked about like, you know, open gay rappers and hip-hop, because you know, that was something I was like on Love and Hip Hop this past week as well. So it was like a broad spectrum of things that they talked about within that hour, of course. But you know, the one thing that kind of stuck out was when he, you know, said, you know, what was the truth? You know, Meek brought a pencil to a gunfight. Meek responded, and that was that. So I'm gonna move on from the situation. So moving on to my third beat of this week. This was so popular this week. So I know a couple of videos ago, I think in the summertime, I had made Drake's single Hotline Bling a song of the week, and the song just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So this past week, Drake actually released the official music video for his single Hotline Bling, and literally within, I don't even think like it took like an entire day, like literally within hours, you know, people kind of like reacted, and a lot of people reacted in a funny type of way because, you know, Drake was like really getting down, like he was really dancing, like he looked like he had a lot of fun making a music video to this song. So, you know, it was a lot of memes being made, people doing like recreations of the video and stuff. What else? Oh, you guys remember when they did like the Beyoncé Always on Beat? So they took parts of the Hotline Bling video, and they did Drake is Always on Beat. So check this out.
Every girl in a sound bust a wine. When me love all the girls in my wine. Back it up, me need a rewind. Your body look good. See that girl right up? She fired up. Pipe it up, 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 pipe it up. I walk in the club just to pipe it up.
Now you're gonna learn what it really feels like to miss me. 'Cause if you like a thing, you should've put a ring on it. If you like a thing, you should've put a ring on it. Don't be mad what you see that you want it. If you like a thing, you should've put a ring on it. Oh, oh, oh.
So that video was so hilarious. When I tell you, I was sitting there just laughing at all these, you know, Drake's on beats and stuff like that. I was like, you have to love social media. I mean, social media has like, it's like, you know, negative moments, but I was sitting there like, yo, I love it. I love it. I love. It's certain times I love this generation because you can always get a good laugh out of certain things on social media. So I absolutely loved it. But aside from like the whole jokes and fun, you know, people poked at the video and whatnot, you know, there was a little, you know, tassel back and forth, I guess you can say. So I don't know if you guys know of the artist D.R.A.M, but I'm sure you guys know his song Cha Cha. I like to cha cha. Hey. So if you guys listen to the music, it's the same, like the whole cha cha and like the Hotline Bling. But my thing about it is, I know about it. Like when Hotline Bling first came out, I forgot where I was, but somebody had pointed out that the music for Hotline Bling is the same exact music for Cha Cha. So all this time I knew about it, but it wasn't until the music video actually came out that people was like, oh shit, like the music for Cha Cha and Hotline Bling is like the same thing. So D.R.A.M, the one that does the Cha Cha song, he actually spoke out about the whole situation, and he took to his Twitter and he said, just performed in Toronto for the first time tonight, and it was bittersweet. Sweet cause I'm out here sharing my music, my sound with the people. Bitter though, cause after my performance, all I'm seeing is Cha Cha / Hotline Bling comparisons on my timeline. Niggas wanna know how I feel about that. Yeah, I feel like I got jacked for my record, but I'm good though. So I'm like, I understand his frustrations. Like, you have this single, it goes big, artist bigger than you takes your music, creates a whole nother track, and that's all people are talking about. I understand his frustrations, but I feel like this is something that should have been recognized a long time ago, should have been handled a long time ago. And when it came to what Drake had to say about the situation, if you guys remember a couple of videos ago, I talked about, you know, Drake's feature in the Fader. I think it was like the 100th issue of Fader or something like that. I had talked about it. So I was on this info, and they actually pulled a quote from the actual interview where he kind of, you know, addressed the whole situation about the music for Hotline Bling being the same as Cha Cha. And I don't know if you guys are like familiar with like reggae music, but they have like this thing called rhythms where, you know, the music is the same but the song is different basically. So that's how Drake kind of like compared like the whole situation. Or even if you think about I don't want to say like back in the day, I don't want to say like I'm sounding like, you know, doing my age and stuff like that, but you know how like when people used to do like mixtapes and stuff like that, like now mixtapes nowadays is like original music. Like people, like you might as well put out a whole ass album. But when people used to do mixtapes, you know, they used to take like, you know, music from like other artists that they liked or something like that, and they would make like a whole completely, you know, new song and stuff. I don't know why people, the last person I know off the top of my head that like did a mixtape where they took music from other songs and made it their own was Tiana Taylor when she released her mixtape this past summer. But you know, it's kind of, you know, like the same thing. You just take music from, or you take the music from like a whole nother artist and you completely flip the song and make it your own. So basically that's what Drake said, and you know, that's how like the whole inspiration situation happened. But I'm pretty much sure Drake seems like, you know, he's a pretty good guy. You know, Drake is kind of winning right now. So I feel like, you know, he's nice. He's like a nice guy. I don't know him really to be like an asshole, you know, unless you come for him. But you know, so I don't know, maybe him and D.R.A.M will talk it out, and you know, they'll, you know, come I don't know, maybe it'll pop up on stage and it'll be a performance where they do a melody where, you know, it could go from cha-cha to Hotline Bling or Hotline Bling to cha-cha or something. I don't know. But needless to say, the Hotline Bling video within itself, you can tell Drake had a great time. The video was very impactful, and I would say this is one of my favorite Drake's videos. One of my favorite Drake videos, because you could just tell he had a great time doing it. So it's very much memorable, obviously. So yeah. So moving on to my next beat of the week, I have to talk about the Queen, Miss Beyoncé, as she graces the latest issue of Beat magazine. And when she posted the cover on her Instagram, she used the caption, "Sneezed on the beat and the beat got sicker," you know, from her song Beyonce. So Beyonce looks amazing as always. When is it she doesn't look amazing? So of course I'm gonna read a couple of things, you know, that was mentioned within the interview for the magazine, as well as insert pictures, and they kind of like reiterated that this is like Beyonce's like first, like, what is it, her first print interview. So meaning that this is like her first time actually like sitting down answering questions, because she'll do a photo shoot for like a magazine and ain't no words, like it's just pictures of Beyonce, and you know that's usually good enough for us. So but this time they actually like sat down, interviewed her, she answered questions, and it prints and goes along with the photos and all that other stuff. Yeah, y'all not slow. So yeah, so one thing they asked her, and it's like what I like about it is like they ask her like simple questions, she gives simple answers, and it just kind of gives you a more feel of Beyonce's, you know, real personality. Not to say that her personality isn't real, but to us she's Beyonce. But you know, Beyonce is just like, hey, I'm just Beyonce. But they asked her about success and fear, and she said, "What does fear taste like? Success. I have accomplished nothing without a little taste of fear in my mouth." Then they asked her which Beyonce era would she dress like for Halloween. She said Destiny's Child Survivor era with the army fatigues, or the Bootylicious with the gold tooth and the pink tips in my hair. They asked her what song she sings in the shower. She said Holy Ghost by Kim Burrell. And when I read that, I stopped and I said, that's Beyonce. Because if y'all know real singers listen to real singers, and we know Kim Burrell is a real singer. Like, just listening to her voice, you will be anointed. I was like, I just felt it just reading it. So I was like, yes. They asked her about Netflix or chill. She said Netflix and chill. I was like, yes, Beyonce. And they asked her what's the last song that has been stuck in her head, and she said Jug by Fetty Wap. And Fetty Wap is definitely doing a damn thing, whether he's injured or not. So shout outs to Fetty. He had an amazing year. His album went #1, and he got, you know, his song stuck in Beyonce's head. Like, it gets no better than that. And they asked her what did she like on her pizza. She said extra tomatoes and jalapenos. So I'm like, I feel like I know Beyonce a little bit more, like Beyonce the person and not Beyonce the artist. Like, I really liked it. It was dope. So yeah, I'll actually leave a link in the description, so you can like visit the link. So if you actually want a copy of Beat magazine, you can, you know, do what you gotta do to get that. So shout outs to the Queen. So moving on to my last beat of this week, and this made me so happy this morning. Like, I had an amazing day. I don't know if it's because of this, but it was just a great surprise. Well, not a surprise, because I knew it was coming, but it was just great. So if you guys remember a couple of videos ago, Wanna Beat Drops number 43 to be exact, I don't think it was my last beat, but it was one of my beats. And I'll let you guys know that Adele will be coming back. I'll let y'all know that she was releasing her new single this month. And I told y'all her new album will be coming out next month. And I told y'all that it happened. So I'm excited. So we got to, at the beginning of the week, we got to actually get a snippet of her, you know, new single, which is called Hello. And then after that, of course, we got the full single. We got the album cover, which is, you know, what I love about Adele is that she always does simplicity, but she, like, her simplicity is just amazing, because I always say simplicity is the key. So it's just like she just does enough for Adele, and it's just always amazing. So, you know, we got the single Hello, and then we got the music video this morning. I was like, yes. So first things first, Adele has not lost her touch, okay? She sung the hell out of her new single, like her new single Hello. Like, it's just something about her voice. It's like everything she's been through, I feel like I've been through it with her. You know, broken up relationships, wanting that old thing back. You know, I feel like I've been through that, and I ain't never been through that. But when I'm listening to her, she just brings like just her emotion, like you just hear it. She just, whew, I'm getting chills thinking about it. The song is amazing. But then, aside from the amazing song, the music video, the leading guy. Now, y'all heard me talk about him before. I told y'all, had a crush on him ever since I was in junior high school. I'm convinced in my mind, even if I sound crazy in this video, that me and him will be together one day. And that is Tristan Wilds, aka Mac Wilds, was her leading guy for her new video for her song Hello. I was just sitting here like, I can't take it. I can't take it. Bomb ass song, bomb ass video with my man in it. I loved it. I loved it. And I saw a lot of people on social media talking about, oh my gosh, he's so cute. He been cute. He been cute since he was Michael Lee on The Wire. What you talking about, girl? But I'm gonna need y'all to stay away because that's mine. But anyway, like, it was just amazing. Like, kudos to Adele. Her new album, 25, comes out November 20th. And you guys know I'm going to buy it. You guys know I'm going to do a review. Without a doubt, don't have to worry about it. I'm excited. And if you guys have yet to see the music video, you can actually head over to my blog at www.jade-ashley94.blogspot.com. I'll make sure to have it up there for y'all so y'all can check it out. And y'all can see Adele. She is back and full effect. And she is killing it. And while y'all watching Adele kill it, y'all can see my boo as well. So yeah. So that is my 5 hot beats of this week. Okay guys, so you know, like always, I have to end every video by thanking you for tuning in. And of course, I have to remind you guys to comment, like, subscribe, and share with others. It will greatly be appreciated. Unfortunately, I don't have any notes to leave you guys with this week, but you know, the video is never over until I give you my song of the week. And I felt like, because, you know, right now is Friday, tomorrow's Drake's birthday. I don't know if this will be up Saturday. I'm gonna try, but if not, it'll definitely be up Sunday. So altogether, this is Drake's, you know, birthday weekend. So I felt that it was only right that I picked my favorite Drake song in honor of his birthday to be my song of the week. So it was 2 songs that I was trying to choose from. But in my heart right now, I'm feeling like my song of the week should definitely be Best I Ever Had. Now, to me, I feel like this is forever like a classic Drake song. You know, to me, I feel like this is, you know, this was a song that Drake, you know, it just took off. After that, you know, in our eyes, he was no longer Jimmy from Degrassi. He was finally Drake. And I just always get like a good feeling like every time I hear it. Like, so I feel like, why not take it back for the song of the week and, you know, make it Drake's Best I Ever Had. And then of course, you know, he shot the music video for that in Brooklyn. So why not? So my song of the week for this week is Drake, Best I Ever Had. Shout out to Drake. Happy birthday, Drizzy, Aubrey, Jimmy, whatever you want to go by. And yeah, so once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week. So bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.